Okay, I think the internet is not so good at Kume's end. So hello again, folks. My name is Raj Kapoor, and I founded a very lovely organization where we have a lot of lovely women working. It's called the India Blockchain Alliance. And today I'm going to talk to you about how blockchain is actually impacting women in a very positive manner. Blockchain can be not just used for making business systems better, but it can actually be used for making a great social impact. And what better impact can we have by empowering women and giving them the tools to make it better in this world? So as I wait for Kume, I don't know if she's going to come in. She says her internet is pretty bad. So I see somebody says, I cannot hear you. Am I audible now? Can you hear me now? Right. I don't know. I cannot make out. Anyway, so Kume, should I continue? Because am I audible to most of you? All right. I am assuming that I am being heard. So if I'm being heard, I'm gonna start now my presentation. I'm Kume. Hi. I see your picture. I cannot hear or see you, but nonetheless. All right, great. So Kume, I got your message that you're live and we can hear you. So, okay. You know, blockchain has been used for a lot of things to make the supply chains better, to make the banking system better, to make the governance better. But there is another aspect of blockchain which we have really tried to use in a positive manner, and that's called blockchain for good. You've got to make blockchain do some great stuff. Before I go further, my topic today is on how blockchain can empower and impact women. I would like to let you know that in my organization, we have 56% women workforce. We have probably the largest number of women in organization in percentage terms. It's a great thing. Why? Because I believe that women have a lot of power. They have a lot of power, not only and intelligence. So when people talk about empowering women, I said, well, women are already empowered. Why not be giving them? It's been a very male-dominated society, and let's to make that change. I'm going to show you what we've done. The next half an hour, 45 minutes, I'll take you through all what we've been doing. And all these, whatever I'm showing you by organization, and all of them are extremely tech savvy. Right. So one of the women out here have actually experienced this at some time. It's a very common phenomenon right across the globe. It's in Canada, everywhere. It's all prevailing. And that problem is patriarchy. Now, what is patriarchy? My video, I'm going to show you a very common problem, as I said, faced by most of us. Here we go.
We are living in a patriarchy. It is evident and subjugating. Patriarchal power is corrupt, and it asserts itself in many ways, constantly discriminating against women in all places, public and private. There is domestic violence cases and intimate partner violence, to name only a few. Patriarchy also traps men in the cycle of violence and dominating. We need safe spaces online to create digital solidarity for those fighting patriarchal impunity in order to make the world a healthy.
Right. So we saw this little video. The video is basically an idea for you to get, well, don't we face these problems? Yes, we face them in school, we face them in office, we face them sometimes at home, in communities, in societies. And what do we do? Most of the time, the woman or the girl keeps quiet. Why? Society pressure, community pressure to it, threats, all sorts of things. We decided at IB8, let's give the woman a voice and a platform. And we use, again, as I said, blockchain. Now, there are reasons why we use blockchain. First, it is very transparent. Second, and it's very important, it is secure. Whatever data we put into the blockchain is time-stamped and immutable. Immutable, cannot be deleted, cannot be. This is very critical, right? So we did this. And third, it doesn't belong to anyone. It's in multiple places. That's the great thing about blockchain. And of course, making it robust, safe, and virtually hacker-proof. So we use the blockchain platform. But what did we build on the platform? Let me show you that initiative. Just a minute. I'll just minimize my screen and I'll open my presentation. Here we are. Yes. Better things together. Better together. Women and humanity. Yeah, we said, let's make the world a better place. We need more. We need them because of diversity. Also, statistics show generate more revenues. We have 56% women working in our really well. And the leading positions had a 60. So where are all the women in the leading position? Out of the 4 people, we also have 2 women on our board. That's the great thing. We believe in the diversity, we believe in their acumen, and we believe in absolute equality. We need to. We all of us together use our senses, our intelligence to show them direction. So what we did was we created our digital ally to smash patriarchy. We wanted to try and make patriarchy extinct. I know it's a very wishful thinking, and people say this guy is talking a whole lot of rubbish, but we've taken the first steps. We always have to take the steps. If we don't take the step, so the blockchain with very special patriarchy. Well, let's see. So this digital community of people brought together through the spirit of feminism. Now, what happens is, in this platform, we let all the women come on. Patriarchy, no restriction of color, race, religion, community. Anybody can join the platform, and they can express their experiences. They can share their problems, and that's just one. We connect and a lot of newsfeed publications, global and local, Canada, India, wherever, everywhere, Africa, Nigeria, Syria, everywhere, wherever there are publications, we've got a link with them, and we are putting all this information for you to read. You well, while you wish a traumatic period in crisis, we work as well. Apart, we put the news in analysis, a lot of question answers you can add together and map a map for those looking for good feminist vibes wherever they go. Now, what we build in, and that's very, and I wish to explore my options. I can go on to this because it is encrypted, because we put in a whole lot of lawyers who can give us advice. We put in a whole lot of not-for-profits or non-governmental organizations or women's health organizations. And again, all this time remaining anonymous. That is if they wish to. If they wish to reveal the name, they can do so. So we give you anonymous, all completely the world, all contrary place. So here you come in, being victims of such things. What else we can interact legal counselors privately. Nobody knows, they don't know who you are, you don't know, you know who they are. They have chosen to be identified. You can choose yourself. Place where we are working, where you can actually go and make a report, if it is to be physical or online. We've given both options, sexual harassment or assault. You can have your forensics chain, legal, untamperable, immutable, and solid evidence. If there is any evidence on that, it will be very solid and nobody can change. What happens? Line is, here's your opportunity. About self-help groups, you can see anybody in this space saying that the community, who is this girl? No, whoever has been, a victim, or whoever is experienced a patriarchal experience can actually come here in tips. Hub and database of mental health experts and crowd down and depressed. Some you can community insurance is provided to subscribers in time of a crisis. So we've actually talked to insurance companies to actually cover patriarchal incidents under the insurance schemes. So from our side, what we've done, and the insurance is built on a very strong principle of blockchain, which is called smart contracts. A smart contract is a self-executing contract. If it meets the criteria, what it has been coded for, it automatically passes on to the insurance company who releases your insurance money. So go back a little. We got a communication, privacy. We got a journal for you. We got a legal match. You can talk to legal, the legal counsel anywhere in the world, not just in your country, anywhere in the world. They are from all over the world. You can take multiple advice. You can talk to journalists, share with them the experiences. You can get psychological support and insurance. So we want to, what are the pillars of blockchain and why have we used blockchain? That's very important. So what is blockchain? That's this slide tells you. Don't worry about any technicality here. Basically, it's a beautiful way of storing data, which has these 8 very strong principles. What are these principles? Privacy. Blockchain enables us to keep our privacy. That's what is one of the features we have inside. Immutability. What is immutability? Again, I said, you cannot tamper with the records. You cannot tamper with evidence. You cannot tamper with the data on this. It's absolutely cast iron. That's the beauty of this whole program. It is immutable because a lot of things happen before, after, during, even if there's a court case going on or there's a police complaint, a lot of things happen during the day. Decentralized. It's not centralized. You can't bribe anybody. You can't tell anybody, hey, change this data, or I don't want this, or put pressure. No one person can change it. It has to be consensus because blockchain is based on a consensus mechanism where everybody has to agree. So it's decentralized. You cannot convince everybody. It's not possible. Transparency. That's big also. Transparency. You have access to your data. You know what's happening at the police station. You have the private key to check on what's happening to your complaint. Has it moved? Has there any action been taken on it? Is the evidence come from the forensics? What has happened next? Has the matter been taken to court? Has the lawyer attended? Everything can be tracked and traced. Scalability. This is not just for India. We are creating this for the world. This is the start here, but it's going to be taken right across the globe. We're doing a pilot in India very soon. We've done the testing and the robustness, and we are onboarding everybody. We've already onboarded most of the people. And as I said, borderless. We are blockchain without borders. Why do we have to restrict ourselves? Why blockchain without borders? It's neutral. It's for everybody. Even if guys have a problem, they can come on. If women have a problem, they can come on. Everyone can come on. And it is censorship resistant. Now, these are the very strong 8 pillars of blockchain, what I call them, which we have integrated into this platform, thereby making it the most secure platform for women to come, express their views, air their views, speak with other like-minded women and girls, speak to lawyers, speak to help desk, speak to a psychiatrist, speak to a psychologist. It's all there. And the best part, it is free. Everyone is trying to make the better place. Everyone is contributing time, resource, money, effort to make it a better place. So, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. These are words which we love. So the time has come when the risk to remain tight in the bud is more painful. Do not suppress. Do not suppress your feelings. Do not suppress the harm which has been done to you or may be done to you in the future. If you fear anything, it comes to you and it impacts you in a very negative way throughout your life. Here's your chance to open up, express, and be yourself. So the day comes when the risk to remain tight in a bud was much more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So blossom, express. And our mission is now, after we have started this program, this was how we started. And now the women have all got together. And we, along with this, most of them are women. There are only two, I think about a team of about 40 in the technical space. We have about 30 of them, 29 of them as women. The rest are all guys. And our mission is now to bring all resources for women under one umbrella on the blockchain to change the world. Now, this is an absolute world-changing, globally changing platform. So Women in Blockchain now is our umbrella organization. We've now called it the Global Women in Blockchain to activate and accelerate the powerful partnerships of women to lead education, development, and promotion of blockchain technology. So we decided, all our women in my team decided we will promote blockchain technologies. Why? Because blockchain, and I said this in one of my speak talks earlier as well, not with you, maybe with someone else, but blockchain is an institutional technology, not just an information technology. It has the power to make changes in the world. It has the power to make a change in your life. It has the power to change society. It has the power to make society look at you and say, well, you are not an object. You are a human being as much as I am. And here's your opportunity. It gives you, blockchain just gives you one more opportunity to express yourself without fear. You want to remain anonymous? Remain. You want to speak who you are? You're going to speak your voice? You are there. There are people who will stand by you. So what do? We empower, we decided at India Blockchain Alliance, we'll make this global blockchain women alliance and bring together, connect and promote all groups that support women and various causes. So on last count from India, we have got more than 74 groups which actually support different causes of women, but right from healthcare to education, to advisory, legal, rights, office rules, everything. There are lots and lots of them. You're also organizing and sustaining a community of women dedicated to advancing blockchain and STEM technologies. That is technologies. Basically, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we use this community. They're dedicated to advancing this because they have seen the power of what it can do. Of course, technologies can do wonderful stuff. You and I are talking because of technology. But that's one of the things. Blockchain gives it another layer. And that's what I showed you from my presentation. We offer strategic and informed program initiatives, educational resources, all for women who are either underprivileged or wish to study. In fact, I will share something else with you later on. All right, let me go. Creating an atmosphere of collaboration that stimulates and supports innovation within this space. What space? Blockchain and technology space. So that's the product was the first step. And now we use this to empower all the women through blockchain. So this was the first part of my presentation. I have another part, but I'll speak to you a little bit before that. Let me speak to you before that. So, well, here we go. So you saw in my presentation 3 things. How we used technology to make a change. How many of us can actually use technology to make changes? We all can. Sometimes we can use artificial intelligence, we can use robotics, we can use sensors-based technology, we can use a lot of them, but not the impact at a social, economic level that we can have with a platform on the blockchain. The 8 principles of blockchain, which I showed you, these are vital. These are vital because they ensure that your data never goes anywhere. Nobody can leak your data. Nobody can take your data. Nobody can access your data unless you want them to. Blockchain gives you a key, 2 keys, a public key and a private key. The public key is when you want to share your data, and the private key is only when you want to give specific data or don't want to give it at all. It's your key. You want to open the door? Open. You want to open? No problem. So blockchain has this. So imagine now, in a scenario, you have suppose I have made a police complaint, and I've taken a forensic report that I was abused and I have scars and bruise marks or whatever. Now what happens? A lot of powerful people can help alter this entire paradigm. They can go to the police, bribe them, threaten them, make some higher up politicians, etc., phone them and tell them change this whole thing, throw this out of the in the waste paper basket. They can do many things. So what do they do? Hey, now it's on the blockchain. Can you change it? Not even God can help now. No, he can help, but he can't change. So nobody can now change the data. Nobody can change the statements. Nobody can change the evidence. The trail of evidence is now locked, and locked for good. You feeling depressed after the incidents? Speak to somebody there. You want legal help? Speak to in the platform. We have that. You want to just speak to people who have had similar experience? Do that. It's all there. It's your Facebook and LinkedIn, Insta, everything all in one. Isn't that beautiful? All in one place without your family or friends or workplace colleagues knowing where you are. It's your space. It's a space which is wonderful. And that again, this is the first part of my presentation. Patriarchy started this whole thing. Women felt they have been wronged at home or in workplace or in society, and this ideation was along with my team. We got together and ideated on this and said, let's try and make the better. This happened last pandemic, by the way, and we said, let's start working slowly and slowly while we do our other work. Let's do this, and now it's almost ready to be launched, and we'll be launching the app extremely soon. I'll come to my second part and the last part of my presentation. This is for all of you who wish to be a part of a global revolution using blockchain, and specifically women. So let me show you that now. Yes, so we got together with some international partners who are sponsoring our initiative, who are very keen to be a part of this whole revolutionary change. And we call this, from India Blockchain Alliance, we made it the Global Blockchain Women Alliance also. That is a part of India Blockchain Alliance. That's what we do for women. And let me share with you what we're doing for women and how blockchain is impacting their lives. So first of all, we are empowering diversity in India's digital future. Now, it started in India, but it's going to become a global phenomena. So the next time I show my presentation, it'll be in the global digital future. So we are across, as I said, across borders. That's one of the things we're doing. That's one. What else are we doing? I believe also that, and this is a very good line, and I believe all women, all men, everybody should believe that. It's belief, not the ability, that makes girls think blockchain is not for them. It's just belief. Oh, it's technology. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to do it. Oh, it'll take too much work, too much effort. No, my friends, it does not. It's just a belief, not your ability. You all have ability. Have more belief. Have belief in yourselves. Have your belief in your abilities. You have it. Trust me. And I'll tell you a story here. All this came, you know how? I have a daughter. She is now in the United States. She lives there, and she was the victim of patriarchy many times, because she was an Asian. She was an Indian. So she was always, there was a lot of racial slurs, there was a lot of other problems she faced. And that's how we first came up with this idea. And today she's what, 29 years old now, 28 years old now. She's settled there, of course, and well settled in her job, etc. And now knows how to handle things and knows exactly what to do. She is not at a loss. She is not at crossroads. It was the belief of a girl at that time who was 20, 21 years old. It was belief that, well, even I can do that. So she asked me, Dad, can you teach me how to code? I said, yes, why not? I said I should have. I tried to teach her to code when she was much younger, but she at that time had no interest. She actually wrote the first few lines of this little program for me, and then the ladies and the women and the girls in my organization and myself, we created the rest of the platform. So it's the belief, not the ability. And mind you, my daughter doesn't come from a technology background, and guess what? Neither do I. But I can code in any language. I can speak. I can work on any platform, any blockchain platform. I can do a lot of things. Why? It's our ability. It's a belief. It's not just for girls. It's for us as well. So, for a 20-year-old young girl, she learned how to code, and she's got this idea conceptualized many years back, 7, 8 years back. But it actually bore fruit now. But it has borne fruit. So let's take it ahead. You know some facts. The number of female programs around the world is just about 11%. Pathetic. Very sad. I want that to be 51%, if not more. Women now account for 53% of the world's bachelor's and master graduates and of PhDs, but just 28% of researchers. These are some facts for you to know. Only about a quarter of tech workers are female. The gender gap remains, but it's growing. The percentage of women in tech has dropped from 25 to 24 degrees. Now, this is in the USA. In other countries, it is even more. There are fewer female leaders in blockchain. That's very sad. But I'm glad Kume is there. Kume is doing a great job. And I'm very, very proud of her. And for her making this effort to have all these blockchain sessions, it's great. So the women fill only 25% of computer science jobs. Back in 90s, women represented 32% of the computer science workforce. Now it's dropped to 25%. The number of women in computing has decreased, even though the jobs have increased. And that's a very sad state. These are the facts. Our attempt is to change this. 16% in India, right? Let's put 2014 in India, for example. The percentage of women occupying faculty positions in research institutions in universities was less than 15%. Very sad. Another report shows that only 8.52% girls enrolled in higher education after pursuing a bachelor's degree. This is way below the national average of 13.27%. I'm sure the numbers are all somewhat similar even in your countries. These have not changed much in the several years which have gone past. So we felt that, in the team members, there are very few females. In the executive categories, just 7.1%. And in advisory, there are only 7.8%. There's very, very little actually in this space. So what were the concerns? Some of the women have a lot of concerns. They drop out of workforce, which is a depletion of natural resources in science and technology, because there are extremely brilliant women who either sometimes get married and cannot work further, or face family pressure or financial pressure to drop off and do other work. That's very sad. Stereotypes encountered by girls to the family caring responsibility. That's what people do, all right? You're supposed to take care of your family, you're not supposed to work. Why not? I'm sure women can do both. We also have, sadly, a very patriarchal society. And that's why the problem is patriarchy. So that's this. Girls and women also face a bias when choosing a career. In India, it is assumed that a girl will do a Bachelor of Arts. Why? Technology is not for girls. Commerce is not for girls. Science, maybe. But technology, electronics, no. Engineering, no. Why? Don't they have a brain? Of course they have. But then they face a bias. Girls, and this is another thing which you can report on the platform, by the way. Girls and women continue to face discrimination as they face in society. Sometimes women are passed over for promotions. Sometimes male colleagues get a higher, sort of dividend and bonus. A lot of things happen. Promotions are not given. It's very sad. According to Accenture report, the gender pay gap in India has as high as 67%. Imagine that. It's very, very sad. If I'm getting $100, a girl is being paid $35, $33. That's really sad and ridiculous. These are concerns. We also have a rural challenge. Girls are expected to perform domestic duty, early marriages, conservative mentality of parents who don't want the daughters to work outside home. Lack of education institutions near villages also make it difficult. Also, nobody understands STEM and technology in the village as such, and there are no guidelines how to integrate blockchain. It's almost completely based on technology, but most schools in India also do not use this technology. A lack of qualified teachers, infrastructure, curriculum, lots of problems. Now, because there are problems, we are here to try and find the solutions. Solutions is the key. Problems are going to be plenty. We have to find solutions. So, of course, these are some more challenges. We'll skip this part. So, as I said, we wish to empower women through blockchain technologies. We want to see a world where girls feel confident to pursue these careers, blockchain and technology careers, and are equally represented in the tech workforce. Now, we have not just said this, we have implemented this in our own organization. In fact, they're not equally represented in our organization. There are more women than men. So it's a good thing. Our mission, we'll inspire the girls to develop interest and confidence in blockchain through hands-on activities, community engagement, positive female role models. That's for you, Kume. You're going to be one. Our approach, we have a complete education approach, brings perspective to all our programs. A lot of our programs are sponsored and free for women of any caste, color, community, country, gender, anybody. So we've got the 4 E's of the Alliance. We engage, we educate, we empower, and we evolve. We have partnerships, we have people who sponsor our education programs, we have people who teach, who volunteer, we have people who help make projects, we have people who help you earn money from various projects online, everything. We try and give as much empowerment to you as possible. The rest is up to you to take it. We do this. And the most important, the 4th one, we redefine our learning outcomes. We enrich academics, promote creative skills, and not just blockchain, but even entrepreneur skills. And we raise better informed citizens. We all have a lot of knowledge around us. We have now packaged it into this. So we have a community of practice, all of us, and this is all for women. We form a global community, we learn, we give direct support via online learning, and we empower them to expand the impact by sharing the knowledge. So we teach so you can share. Blockchain is all about not centralized. It's about decentralization. It's not about centralization. What is decentralization? Nothing in one place. We would like to share our knowledge with everybody. So it's not just with us, it's with everybody. If each one of us can share the knowledge with one more, imagine the complete revolution that it can actually cause. So we increase STEM and blockchain awareness, we promote personalized project-based learning, we fortify transitions and seek industry and community inputs. We do this so we can keep improving what we are doing. Some of the initiatives that we've done, if you'd like to know that, we provide a framework that organizes challenges and opportunities in engaging girls in blockchain across enabling environment, education, employment, and entrepreneurship. That's how we enable. And the framework puts in it's all the 4 pillars are here. Another thing, we have a Block Girl Series awareness program. That's free of charge for girls who can actually understand a little bit about blockchain and other technologies. And the series summarizes 7 research-based strategies for engaging women in blockchain. We have this great program for young girls. It's called 16 Before 16 program. So what we've done is we have aligned all our solutions and training around the United Nations sustainability goals of quality education, clean water, no poverty, hunger, sanitation, clean sanitation. We help the homeless, good health, energy. You can see all these. These are the goals. So these are the 16 initiatives which we have picked up. And this, we've built our entire curriculum around that. So we also have a program called Girl Chain. They are lovely workshops. We run camps, and we have local childcare centers to create a dedicated center for students to explore blockchain. So we partnered now, of course, because of COVID, we are not doing that part, but the rest of it, we are doing everything else virtually. And what do we teach? Coding, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. These are the 3 main things we teach within this. So what else are we going to do? Before the COVID pandemic hit us, we were going to set up mini blockchain centers, but that's become virtual now. We have more workshops for girls. We are doing capacity building. That is, we're creating blockchain teacher training programs, and we are doing a lot of hands-on blockchain projects. What else are we doing? Options are we're improving digital technology, bringing in the curriculum in school level now, regionalizing blockchain training at all levels, linking blockchain to job creation. That's big. That's, again, all revolutionary. Now we have these initiatives. As I said, I'm summarizing the initiatives. So we are going to have a blockchain teacher training. We have a Block Talk series. We already launched that. It's called Block by Block. And we have a career counseling. We have workshop series. Again, collaborative projects, entrepreneurship training, blockchain community innovation centers. We are putting in community centers. We are actually where girls and women can come in the evening or in the morning whenever they're convenient, and they can actually get together and create projects all in one place, learn about blockchain, work on joint projects, and work with projects with different countries also. And of course, we got what is known as hackathons and incubators. That's every 3 months we have a competition where all these girls can compete and win cash prizes. So this is the future outlook of India, but it's the same everywhere. We have to make the change. And that's what we're doing. We want to be the catalyst for change. So we are doing that, empowering our women block by block. So how can anybody help? If anybody wants to help, we don't want money. We don't want anything. We want your enthusiasm. We want you to either join our ambassador program, become an ambassador for this, become a mentor, become a tech partner. So we have a lot of tech partners, including Disney Dragon Chain from USA. We have Microsoft. We have Intel. We have Hewlett-Packard. All of them in this space. Mentors. Now, mentors we have from all across the globe as well. All across the globe. We have ambassadors. We have an ambassador in Nigeria. We have an ambassador in I think in South. No, where was that? Yeah, in Rwanda. Malawi. We have somebody in the Middle East. We have in Bangladesh. We have in India, Nepal. We have in Canada. We have somebody from UK. So we have a global mentor pool and a global ambassador pool. We love to share everybody's experiences. We learn from different communities, different cultures. That's the beauty of blockchain or any other technology. It transcends color, class, community. Yeah, you can also make a donation, but the donation is not in cash. You can make it in kind. It could be books, it could be a computer, it could be anything. Cash is not accepted. Everything else is fine. You can become a program sponsor. Yeah, we do this with corporates. Corporates can sponsor a program. Corporates can actually sponsor, say, a hackathon or a competition or a project. Then you can become an education partner. If we have people who are in the education space, would like to help out these girls, absolutely. You can become an event organizer or offer scholarships. So there's a lot of options, or you can just enjoy it without doing any of these. You can just be part of it and support it, spread the news, network it. So let's talk block is what I always say. I love blockchain and I always say, let's talk block. And that's me for you. And that's what we're doing for all the women, not just in India, but right across the globe. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation and I come back to you and ask you, Just let me get this back. Yeah, camera on. I ask you, friends, is it so difficult to make a difference? Is it so difficult to actually create lay for a platform for women? Is it difficult? No, it's not difficult, and it's not impossible. We've done it here, and this is done with all the girls in my organization. So I'm going to give them a very big hand for creating this platform. I was their guide and mentor, yes, but it was them that came up. I will thank my daughter for coming up with the idea. I want to thank all the girls who worked on this, and they did this in their spare time. They cooked for their family, they cleaned for the family, they earned for their family, and they even did this in the spare time. So I feel that they are an inspiration. They're a beacon of hope for all of us. So with that, if you have anybody has any questions for me, would you like to ask me anything about the program or anything else about blockchain or anything, I'll be happy to help. Anything, let me know. Kube, is there anything which you would like me to say? Because my presentation, this is what I have to present today. But remember one thing, blockchain is just one technology. You can learn any technology. It's not that. But at any given point of time, there is an intersection of blockchain. In India, we are now experiencing that every day. So you also will be experiencing this at some time. May not be immediately, but a few years from now. Blockchain is changing the world, as I said, one block at a time. So, guys, any questions? Anything for you to say? Kume, why don't you come in? You can be the role model for all these, wonderful people. Where's our role model, Kume? Yes. All right. How can women be protected and at the same time rewarded for coming out? Well, we can keep a tokenization system for that. Oh, after you were asking me all the questions. All right. How can women be okay? How can women same thing? How can okay? Feminists are modern day witches. Women's right was a mistake. Oh, that's very sad if you say that. They're not modern day witches. Our mom's also a woman. Our sisters are women. Our wives are women. Why do we call them modern day witches? Yeah, you cannot take everything to an extreme. I agree with that. Nothing should be extreme. But if you balance it well, it's great. Somebody's put women's right was a mistake. Oh, that's a nice title for those who don't like women's rights. So I asked the person who has written that, so do you think men's rights are not a mistake? Nothing is a mistake. That's how it was formed. That's how societies were formed. And we must be inclusive. We must enjoy that. So that's my advice. So again, how can women be protected and at the same time be rewarded for coming out? Now, as it's a very good question, actually, Kume. And the question is, you're in this platform which we've created, it's tokenized. It's tokenized, and women get tokens for coming out, taking advice, for writing articles, for posting, for liking, for putting up their videos, if even if it's anonymous, for making, giving advice. So everything is tokenized. You get tokens for it, and you can encash these tokens for services. There could be health checkups, there could be counseling services, there could be books. All these tokens can be used for that. So you can not only come out and be protected, you also get rewarded for it. That's a good question there. Hi, everybody. I can see Saise, I can see Zerihun, I can see Opsa, I can see Tanbobi, Sitanu. I hope I'm not very good at maybe the pronunciations, but I'm glad everybody's here. And even though women's right was a mistake, says feminists are modern day witches, I still love you for saying that, because you have a right to have an opinion, and we all have a right to have that. But we must learn how to respect each other, even if it's a man or a woman or a child. Everybody, it has to be respected. Right. So I'll have a sip of water if anybody wants to ask me anything else. Right. Kome, can you come in, please? Or anybody else asking questions? And if anybody wants to join the platform, feel free to reach out to Kume. You can always join the platform when it's ready completely. We'll bring it to Africa very soon. We'll bring it to Afro Valley. That's the best name, Afro Valley. It's for full of Africa. Okay, so I see Cisse from Jimma University, Ethiopia. We should have some great blockchain programs for you. I'm happy to do blockchain programs for you, Cisse. Absolutely free of cost. To start with, no problem at all. All right, we have somebody else. It's Chulu from Business and Economic College, Jimma University. Wow, nice. Zairun Tedis from Ethiopia, ASTU. Ah, nice. Obaso was waiting for us. Now we started. Okay. All right, I can't see any more messages. I'm sending a message to Kume. I can't reach out to her any other way. All right, folks. See, I'm surprised we have no questions, but doesn't matter. It's a new subject for a lot of you. Just before I go, let me tell you one more thing. I actually went into blockchain 10 years back when blockchain had just started. It had started in 2009, was the first transactions which took place in blockchain. I went in to buy Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin. That was speculation. But then I stayed back because I understood the technology behind it, and the technology behind it is blockchain, and that's the revolution. So I urge all of you to understand blockchain a little better. It'll help the community. It'll help everybody around. Yeah, right. I have some comment here. So I'll continue to work and protect and give them a supporting countries out of war and all. Prestige of such work, much of war. Yeah. Women at the same time at the high level segment and supplement needed to work. Yes, I agree with this, Arium. Prestige of such work through appropriate reward recognition. Yeah, absolutely. And this platform can actually, the platform which we created can actually help that. It can take their voice to the world, any aspect. You can be heard anytime, and not only create jobs, or we also post job opportunities out there. We also tell them volunteering opportunities. Everything comes on that. So whatever you feel, it's on the platform. If it's not there, tell us. We'll bring it on the platform. Okay, can somebody tell me what's very famous and what is the most famous thing in Ethiopia? I'd like to know. Put in the chat box. All right, I'll ask you another question. What else would you like to see on a platform? How do you think I can help more? How do I think I can make it better? I'm asking you. All right, I'm asking you. It's 8 p.m. here, so I'm gonna have my dinner soon. Do you have any questions? Please ask me now. And if you don't have questions, no problem. I hope I've actually managed to make you see a different perspective of life. And if you would like to be a part of it anytime, let's reach out to Kume. She's great. She's a good friend and a good partner, and we'll do something great together. All right. Thank you, everyone. Raj, yes, thank you. I got the message. Great. Thank you, Kume. And feel free to ask me any questions, even post this, because I cannot see anybody more than a few people here. But nonetheless, I enjoy my session. And thank you for this time. Thank you for letting me address the wonderful people right across. Thank you, Kume. And you should be the next blockchain role model there. All right. That's my request to you. You take care. And while I sign off, I'm leaving the studio now. Good evening. Have a lovely day and have a lovely week ahead. Bye-bye.